Here last time.
Only
He's
from
here.
below the belt he's showing up.
I figured haven't hit the chicken and grits wheel. There's a 75% chance we wouldn't see James.
Like, I'm not watching this shit. Is that Ibrahim?
Yes, it is. Look at this. This is beautiful.
Oh, full house.
What's up, little buddy?
Hey guys.
Ooh. I like this new background. It's nice and bright.
Yes. Thanks. Shout out to
Bring
James.
the
He created it
conversation.
for us.
Fucking guy.
For us.
It's just dope.
But I guess before we get into this review, let's get into the intro.
Oh, good. You got it on Twitter, too.
Yes, I did. Chris, I'm always prepared.
I forgot to remind you.
With a frying pan and hot dogs, I'm always prepared. What's up? Another episode of Popcorn and Pints. We're reviewing 42 and Soul Plane. And as always, like I say, when I shut up, we're all going to start talking again. So, let the games begin, people. Let the games begin. I'm ready. That's my shirt, people. Yes, I did this. I gotta put it down again, right?
Mm-mm. So now what you do is you peel it.
That's it?
Yep, be careful when you peel though.
Slow though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Xavier, shut up! I'm trying to concentrate.
You're recording, fool.
That's fine. Xavier is my child, people. My dog child. Y'all are children.
There you go.
Tonight.
Yeah.
I did it.
Arts and crafts with Sarah Sturdy, boys and girls.
Yeah, there it is.
A little bit. I had to break that out a little bit. Show you guys I got some skills. Not just a podcaster, man. I'm an artist. Not up there with Prince yet, but I'm working on it.
All right.
Nice.
But how's everybody doing tonight? We're all here for this.
Doing all right, man.
Are we going to talk about kind of like we're doing these two black movies and the other thing that happened? We talked about it on the other podcast. Sturdy.
I forgot.
He forgot.
Sidney Poitier died.
Sidney Poitier died,
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Yeah. So it's like kind of serendipitous that we're doing this and then we could talk about him, you know, because we're watching 42 and Sidney Poitier is like one of the greatest actors of all time. Huge trailblazer. Similarly. Would not be caught dead in Soul Plane. But, you know, that's just how it goes. But yeah, great actor, great person.
He's classy.
Very classy. He would do 42. He would not do Soul Plane. He might direct Soul Plane, but he wouldn't act in Soul Plane.
I'd be
Too.
I'm a classy guy, but
I'd be in it. I would have taken over Tom Arnold's role. There's no.
Oh, you could have easily been like
Yeah.
You could
You would have been the kid. You would have been the
Yeah.
kid.
That kid was awesome.
James would have been his stepdad.
I would have been Tom Arnold.
Pissed off.
Yeah. I like that whole scene with him and the fucking the doing the rap video.
The music video.
There's some really good like cameos in this movie. Like hella people. They got everybody that they could.
The ghetto translator for us.
So many people.
So, who's having a drink? Because I'm 6 beers deep. And I'm on my last one.
I am not 6 beers deep.
Trying this out, which is found in the
Fiddlehead.
back of my fridge. Fiddlehead IPA Brewing Company, Shelburne, Vermont. Apparently, it's made of 6.2% by volume of India Pale Ale. I don't know what the fuck that means, and I don't even like IPA. So you guys are lucky.
IPA is a type of beer, but I'm still my last pale ale here from Equilibrium.
Hot chocolate and peanut butter whiskey.
Nice.
That actually sounds really good. No whipped cream on that.
Skittles, like drink mix, and Southern Comfort.
One of Aaron's.
I feel like you're just
special
mixing
drinks.
any kind of powder
Yeah.
you can find with Southern Comfort.
It's a bar he opens. He don't know how to mix anything, like make anything. He's like, I got something for you. I got some Skittle drink. And
Just throw some shit together.
Yeah, throw some shit together.
This is
You
it'll get you drunk.
He pours,
That's what it does.
he pours a mixed drink and starts dropping Jolly Ranchers down at the bottom. Like, here you go, special drink.
But it's delicious. You make them nice and sweet.
Too sweet, man.
Yeah,
Nah,
it's
but
gonna
you make them like strongish and sweet.
catch that diabetes.
That's how you get hangovers.
Something.
Diabetes.
Like all that sugar.
Diabetes.
Catch some. Catch the love bug. Catch the love drug.
You can get something.
Wow, that's not good.
I don't know. Want to start with Soul Plane since we already started talking about it? I assume.
Sure.
Early ratings.
Yes, sir.
I'll give it a 5.
Really?
I'm a 6.
I'm with James. I laughed pretty good. I thought it was entertaining enough. I give it a 6.
Okay. I didn't watch it this go around. I've just been sick and doing shit. So as far as from my recollection of watching this movie probably 100 times in the past, I would say it's a 7.
The Pod's mom is here.
What's up, Mom?
Hey,
What
mama.
up, Susan?
Good evening.
It is a good evening.
What are you
Good
drinking?
evening.
Just drinking shit.
So what'd you say, 7?
Yeah, I gave it a 7.
I'm gonna give it, as of right now, because I laughed a fucking lot at it. I was high as shit. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It was just funny as hell.
Yeah, it's good if you're high.
I
Especially when Snoop ends up dead.
When they think he's dead, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Snoop had a lot more lines than I thought he would.
Yeah, it wasn't just like, oh hey, it's Snoop. It's like, oh, there's this whole
He was
thing
a
with him.
full on role in the movie. Like I was kind of surprised.
And what's that other dude's name? I forget that other dude who's his co-pilot.
Gaiman.
Gaiman.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't know the actor's name. They kept
Yeah, the
calling him
actor.
Gaiman.
He's a big comedian. That
Yeah.
dude. He's actually African, but
Blackson? Is that Michael Blackson? No, right?
no, it's something Godfrey, I believe.
yeah, I think it just goes by Godfrey.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
it goes
is-
by
oh,
Godfrey.
Godfrey?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Godfrey.
Yeah.
I know that. I know the Godfrey name.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was good. I thought he was fun, especially when Kevin Hart said you got to fly the plane and he just slips after getting
Yeah,
out of the
he's
hot tub.
Fucking dies.
Yeah.
Really dies.
Oh, that was so funny. I was laughing so hard at parts
That was
like
good.
that. It was just so stupid, but I was.
So let me ask you this: who do you think, if you had to classify one star of this movie, is it Kevin Hart or Tom Arnold?
It's Kevin Hart.
Then why is Tom Arnold's name the first credit?
Well, because Kevin Hart was not Kevin Hart at this time.
He
But
was-
this movie made Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Ironically, like this is a Kevin Hart movie. Like kind of the same shit that he does now, but now it's kind of more classy. They classed it up.
I think they did it just get the white guy out of the way.
I was gonna say, I don't know why I noticed it, but they showed Tom Arnold's name as like the first credit. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
white guy first.
Yo, I love it where they were visiting Crackerland, and his last name is Honky.
Yeah, his last name's Honky. Yeah.
That shit was funny.
There is so much in this movie to unpack, like one-liners, just background setups for jokes and shit. Like and Flight 069 on NWA Airlines.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, that
I
was
think
good.
I still think my favorite joke in the movie when they're sitting in low class, Tom Arnold. I don't know if it's his wife or his girlfriend, technically.
Oh, it's like his chick, almost like
His female companion,
yeah.
and she finds that magazine of the guy with his cock
Yeah.
basically hanging out of the bottom of his shorts. She's like, "Oh yeah, it was cold that day." And
Yeah.
Tom Arnold sees the picture, is like, "Holy shit, there's a face on that thing," and the girl's like, "Not yet, but there's gonna be."
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
I was fucking dying.
That was
See,
fun.
I was laughing at the part that follow up after that when he was talking to Kevin Hart. He was like, "Go talk to her." He's like, "I can't because her voice box."
Well, she can't talk.
She can't talk anymore.
Vocal cord damage. It's like, dude has a fight talking to the dude with the dick like a fire hose. Yeah. Oh yeah, you lost her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Like, go save your daughter.
Yeah, she's gone.
Oh, that part was hilarious with the security guard.
Yeah.
That
Who
was
was
Terry
That was
Crews.
Terry Crews.
Terry
Yeah.
fucking Crews? Yeah, like
I love Terry Crews. He's
He's like,
fantastic.
"What? So your daughter, man?" His whole attitude changed. Hugged him and everything else. He's like, "Go get your girl. Go get your daughter, man."
He's like, I got 5 daughters. He's got all
Terry-
emotional.
Terry Crews is great. I like him in everything I see him in.
Yeah.
He's funny.
yeah, he's always funny. Other than Training Day, but other than that, he's pretty funny.
I didn't see that.
He's like
I mean,
randomly, so like at the end of Training Day, like when the like King Kong ain't got nothing on, like he's there. Terry Crews is there. He doesn't say anything, but it's just like they just needed like the biggest dude they could find. So Terry Crews is just like there,
fucking huge. He's a
being
big guy.
intimidating. This is like probably before they figured out, oh, this guy's like really funny. We should just put him in every comedy ever.
Yeah,
That's true.
Subvert your expectations.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That's a great show. I mean, I love how the movie started. Like, I was hooked 7 minutes in. I was laughing hysterically already when Kevin Hart just gets fucking stuck in the toilet.
Yeah, that was funny too. And then he sues them, and it's like that whole shit.
100
Like
million.
his lawyer's like you can tell the whole shit is like really fucking.
His fucking dog coming out of the plane and going into the jet engine. I'm like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Yeah,
Yeah,
his dog,
that was
like-
It's
Why?
just insane.
That
and then they interview him after. It's like, oh yeah, we got 100 million. That shit
Like,
was
I
so
mean,
funny.
yeah, it's a
Method Man.
ridiculous setup, but it works to make you laugh.
Oh, it was perfect.
Hmm.
It was perfect. Yeah. Method Man's parts were always fucking great. He
Yeah.
played.
How
Method Man was good.
How he could turn the whole back area into a strip club, a gambling ring.
Dude, they were doing so much shit on this plane. They were shooting a music video. They were gambling. There were strippers. There was like first class. Then there's this massive ass bathroom with fucking what's his name's in the bathroom? DL Hughley.
DL Hughley. I love that Tom Arnold goes in and has to take a shit, and DL Hughley's like, "Can't have the lightning without the thunder."
Oh gosh. That.
And you know what's funny? You would think they would have put the one dude. Oh my God, was it Glover? What's his last name? You know, it was in Friday with he takes a shit. Don't go in there for 30.
Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about. Yeah.
I'm
Philly
shocked
tied
they
it up.
have him go in the bathroom and blow it up.
Yeah.
John Witherspoon.
Friday.
Yeah, there
Oh,
you go.
John Witherspoon was fantastic
Yeah.
as playing a blind man, grabbing ass this whole time, walking
Yeah.
in,
Hilarious.
trying to
Yeah.
feel
And he
shit.
was fingering the potato.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh
he's-
god, that was awesome.
Oh, he went wild.
Yeah.
He went nuts. He was like, "Oh,
That was ridiculous.
oh, damn."
That was ridiculous.
That made me laugh. I was like,
That
what
was
the fuck?
awesome. Fun side note, that was his real world wife sitting next to him on the plane.
Oh, shit. Wow.
But John Witherspoon's fantastic, man.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
such a great actor.
Well, was R.I.P.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah,
also
yeah.
gone.
Rest
Yeah.
in peace.
Damn. Yeah.
It was amazing. Though.
But yeah, watching it, I was dying as he was just feeling his way, literally.
I'll say for
to his-
90% of the roles that I can remember seeing him in, he plays kind of the same character, but he does it so
Yeah.
well. He
does.
it so well, you don't get tired of it. Like,
Yeah.
you
There's
It's
slight
funny.
there's
funny.
there's
Yeah.
slight enough nuances to the version of himself that he plays, I guess, that makes
Yeah.
each character he does fit the role that he's in.
yeah, but it works.
At first, I thought he was like faking it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I thought it was going to end up
Just
like,
doing it to
faking
like fill people up, but yeah, he was.
Yeah.
No, I thought that too at first. Like, I wonder if he's faking.
No, that's
Oh
wrong.
fuck, Dallas scored.
He checked
So
he
much
grabbed
stuff
the
on
dude's neck to see if he was a chick or not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I love that boy.
I was like, oh shit, this movie, man.
Movie had a
So
little
I
bit of
was-
everything.
I'm seeing.
I
it.
was also cracking up when the daughter was in the airport talking about how she's going to be 18 and then started talking about all these random
Different
sex
Sex,
positions and things.
Yeah.
I like that teabagging was kind of a consistent joke throughout the movie. That's always funny to me.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, that's funny. Because I had to explain that to my mom. She didn't know.
Ah!
Teabagging? You had to explain what teabagging
If
is?
she's still on, sorry, I called you. I threw you under the bus.
This.
How did that conversation go?
Yeah.
I fucking don't know. I forget. It's something got up and someone mentioned something, and I was like, and she didn't know what it was, and I was like, you don't know what that is? What are you talking about? So I had to
I
explain
can't
it.
imagine explaining to my mom what teabagging is.
Yeah,
Mushroom.
it's weird, but whatever.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Google it.
Just Google. Just Google teabag.
There's there's an episode of Sex and the City you could have showed her. That would have like, oh, here, watch this. They'll explain it for you.
It's probably a couple episodes of It's Always Sunny.
That too.
Yeah, it's not something I want to discuss with my parents.
That's funny.
That's offensive.
Grabbing
When she was just listing shit off, that was funny. And then, dude, Tom Arnold's son in this movie was one of my favorite parts. How he just went from like straight up Tom Arnold little copycat nerd to as black as a white boy could pretend to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that whole scene where he's like, hey, we need to sex this thing up, and he's like, yeah, get the stripper in there, like the director and the music.
He was just looking at him, he's like, who the hell is this?
Every scene they introduce him in, like after he changes his clothes, he's getting like more and more black, like just random, like into it. Like the music director was listening to him. He's like, we need to sex this up. We need to bring in more ass. And he just looks at the kid. He's like, yeah.
I'll put it to you like this. If you grew up with us, like if you grew up with me, and me and Chris grew up together, if you grew up with all of us, that would basically be you. Acting really, really black because you're just like, except that you're embracing the music, you're loving it, you're enjoying the culture of it. And you're not seeing the scary side of it. You're just seeing the fun stuff.
That's true.
A couple of barbecues, you don't know how to act.
A lot of young kids do that. They don't know the real shit, and they just start talking.
James is a hardened white boy.
Yeah. I never did that.
Because he has that look like he might shoot a place up. You want him on your side, like just in case.
You want him to tell you. Don't come to school.
James is that calm, neutral guy that you can't read, and you don't know which way he's gonna. When he explodes, which way it's going to go.
Exactly.
Well, I invite him to the barbecue to make sure I have extra cheese there, so he's happy.
Yeah, better have cheese, period. I don't care if it's one slice, it better be cheese.
Just a fucking block of cheese that says cheese on it.
We'll be looking for it. I'm like, what are you doing? Come on, man.
These 2 blocks of cheese. Why? It's going to keep us safe. Don't worry. He's white. Crazy.
Oh, one of my other favorite lines, the female security guards as they were patting people down.
Oh, dude, that shit was hella funny, dude.
That was awesome. One of my favorite lines though. She was the heavier set one was like, I got a whole lot of strength. I got a whole lot of strength in the slap a bitch arm.
Yeah. Just talking mad shit.
Talking mad shit.
Then she basically sexed her ass. The one.
She
raped that guy.
Yeah. But what's crazy is like they can honestly do that. Like, I thought he had a bomb. Like they can do that, honestly.
That was far though. It was funny. Yeah. It was only funny because of a female versus a male. If it was the other way around, you wouldn't be thinking that was funny. I was like, that's fucked up.
I think that's why they did it that way.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Another thing did this movie make Gloria? What's her last name? Is it Gloria? You know what I'm talking about? The Spanish chick who's on like American
Sofia Vergara.
Sophia, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know. I was surprised when I saw that she was in this.
I didn't recognize her at first. Really
Smoking
young.
hot.
I was like, oh shit.
I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what her career has been like before this.
Me either.
Probably these type of films, these urban type of films until she got
14. So Soul Plane came out 2004. Modern Family was on the air for 11 years. I think they did 11 seasons.
Something like that, yeah.
So it was at least a few years after this movie before she got that job.
Yeah.
But I don't know what she was ever in before this because I only knew her from Modern Family.
I thought she was like a model or something. I don't know what the fuck she was.
She probably did some modeling at some point.
Or just in music videos.
She was free from the cartels.
That's what it was. Free from cartels. We're gonna listen to you because you're the only Spanish guy on here. So we believe you.
I love Snoop Dogg in this movie too. Like I said, he had a bigger role than I thought he would. Like I knew he was the pilot, but I just assumed
like a couple scenes.
Yeah, a few scenes or something like that. And he was a lot more involved. I love when Kevin Hart meets him for the first time. And he finds out, no, he drew on the bombs or something like that.
Yeah, I drew on the bombs. Well, he said something like, "Oh yeah, my class, everyone graduated," and it was him and like the fucking people, who did 9/11 or some shit.
Yeah, no,
Oh
that's
yeah,
fucked up.
Oh, there's a photo of him with like
Taliban.
all the Afghanis with the heads wrapped.
Those are my niggas. He's like, look, he showed the picture.
Yeah, he showed the picture. It was like, oh shit.
That was funny.
He said that's where he learned his flight class. Got his flight class from.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Shit, they went.
That's awesome.
I never learned how to land.
So, man, he was eating those mushrooms. That dude was
He's scared of heights.
Yeah, he's afraid of heights.
He started puking.
Dying at that part.
But he was sweating.
He was like, yo, I'm afraid of heights. I was like, oh shit.
He's like, I've only done simulations.
I've never been off the ground.
I was like,
The
holy.
plane had hydraulics, had spinners.
Yeah.
Like,
was
it like
the plane
84-inch rims or something?
Yeah. Oh, and it got hijacked.
That gets who steals 84-inch rims at the end when they land in the park?
Yeah, when they landed in New York.
That's funny.
That was hilarious.
The CG
it's
plane
silly
was
shit.
like the worst ever.
It's pretty bad. It's really fucking cheap.
Yeah.
It would have been better if they just used like a miniature, honestly.
Probably.
Done like Thunderbirds or something like old school, the puppet plane and shit.
Yeah.
What about
This made
After
it
the-
look cheesier and funnier though, in a sense, because it's so good.
I don't know. It worked, man. It worked. It didn't take me out of it or anything. Like I knew it was ridiculous. The whole movie's ridiculous.
That's the same fucking plane I took when I went out to Colorado. Same one.
What
Nobody was
about Sofia Vergara in the cockpit when they don't know what controls or what, and she's laying all over the.
It's like, oh yeah, I just displays herself out. Oh, I was like this. Oh, this is the autopilot. Okay, click the button.
than me.
That shit was crazy. Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Oh man.
This movie delivers the entertainment.
It does. It's a fun watch. You know what's funny?
It's supposed to. It does what it's supposed to.
Yeah.
It does.
Watch it,
crazy.
you laugh.
You get high. Like getting high with this movie is like.
Oh yeah.
Chef's kiss. Perfect.
It's.
I have to get drunk. I can't get high.
It's beautiful. I did earlier.
Or you drink some of that Snoop wine. That's like the classy way to do it.
I would have been appropriate. I should have tried to find some.
Yeah.
Oh, you can get right at the liquor store on Broadway.
Yeah.
The big one.
I have to keep some on hand for when he pops up in something.
You do.
What's crazy? So this movie, it only grossed $14 million, and it took $16 million to make. So technically, it lost money. But Kevin Hart was on Mark Maron's podcast, and they were talking about Soul Plane. And Kevin Hart said the reason the poor box office turned out is because this movie got bootlegged like 3 months before it came out.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Like, they were selling a 2-pack. It was like a 2-pack of this and the R. Kelly piss tape. Like, oh, you want both?
Yeah.
So,
$5.
Like, and legit at the premiere of this movie, fans were coming up to Kevin Hart asking him to sign their bootleg copy of the movie.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Yo, bootleg.
Like, otherwise, this movie would have made so much more money.
It probably would have made like 25, 30 million.
It would have. I mean, it would have made money.
Oh, definitely. I do think what that did though was helped him because people started looking out for more of his stuff down the road.
But still, that's kind of fucked up.
It is fucking.
Yeah, it does suck for him a little bit. I mean like you can
paid
tell.
already.
What was that other film that we watched of his? Like, what's it, Small Soldiers or some shit like that?
Paper Soldiers.
Paper Soldiers? Yeah, Paper Soldiers. Like, he was going, but these movies are, like, kind of shitty. like, they're funny, and he's funny, but they're kind of shitty. But, like, after, like, I don't know, the 5th or 6th one of these, he was, like, finally get into legit shit. Now this dude just works all the time. I mean, he's fucking working 24/7 now, basically. Him and Ryan Seacrest are, like, the hardest working people in Hollywood. He's in every fucking movie. Him and The Rock?
Him and The Rock.
Every fucking movie together.
Although, like I mentioned, Snoop, how I was surprised by how much Snoop was in this. He filmed all his shit in 5 days. I feel like
surprised. Yeah.
What's crazy, like when he shows up, he seems like as much of a stoner as he is. Like he employs his own personal blunt roller, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he does.
But he is a fucking
G's a year.
workaholic. Yeah, he's like a fucking workaholic, man. Like he nails that shit down when he needs to.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, he pays someone $50,000 a year to roll his shit. Right?
Yeah.
I applied to be Wiz Khalifa's role and fucking The Babies a couple months ago. But obviously I didn't get it. I was like, wait, 50, 60K a year to fucking roll some blunts? Yep. I'll try. Let me at least throw my name in the hat.
That's funny.
I also read Dave Chappelle was offered a role in this movie. I don't know what role, and clearly he didn't take it.
Is this when he went to Africa? He was crazy because
I don't know. 2004. I think this was before the Chappelle show.
No, this was right around. I think
right around
Chappelle was 03 or 04 because I was still in high school. I was like senior in high school.
I forget.
Dave had better things to do than being on Soul Plane.
Probably.
Yeah.
He was at the very least exploded enough to the point where he could pass on shit.
Yeah.
Wasn't it like 8, 9, 10 when he went crazy and disappeared to Africa?
I believe so. They paid him hella money. Like after the first season, he got paid. How much was it? It was some insane amount of money.
I thought it was like 30 million.
It was an insane amount of money. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, he was good.
Am I the only one that's noticed that he's fucking beefed up from like until afterwards? Yeah. Like he doubled in size, muscle wise, not fat wise.
Dave,
he's just a bigger fucking person.
You know why?
He literally disappeared for 2 or 3 years. So what else do you do?
Get beef like mad big, and he was like, "Yo, I'm doing that shit too."
Like I remember seeing him for the first time in a long time. I'm like, what the? That's the same fucking Dave Chappelle.
Mm-hmm.
Same one.
Yeah, I mean, when you got money like that after a bit and you disappear, what's the next thing you got to worry about? Yourself and your health, right? So he still smokes weed and cigarettes, but he limits a little bit. But you know what I mean? So he had to do something, make sure he can stay and keep his
that's why I work out just enough to try to balance out all the shit I eat and drink. I don't try to build anything.
I mean, it's kind of
he gets that good juice, man.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, Jadakiss did it. Fucking Method Man did it. Fucking,
Method Man's fucking ripped now, man.
Hell yeah.
Styles.
Fucking Busta Rhymes did it fucking for a while.
Or no, Busta Rhymes. That's what I was thinking of. He's fucking ripped now.
Well, Busta Rhymes was always a big ass dude. Like he always looked like a big fucking dude.
No, but
I mean, was big ass bum. He's a big ass Jamaican.
All that fat he had, and he's
no, he was in the episode of Aziz Ansari's show there on Netflix, and he was a big guy then, and he got bigger after that. But now he's like fucking dropped the weight. He's ripped.
Which movie was it? Like there was he beat the shit out of Michael Myers in one movie. Which I forget which one
Halloween
it was.
H2O.
Yeah.
No. Resurrection.
Cheese and crackers. Nice. It's a good way to follow up.
It's our revenge.
Yeah. Hopefully, then we'll talk about Betty White dying again.
One last quick note.
Ibrahim.
So Soul Plane was
What was that, Aaron?
I said, why do you gotta break my heart like that? Breaking that.
Betty White.
Betty White was beloved.
Yes,
between all of our races. We could say.
So
yeah. Well, wait. I showed you that Eazy-E picture.
Yeah, that was a good one.
He smashed out of his mind. She was about to get smashed out of her mind too, by the way.
Yeah, seriously.
Spice World? Are we doing Spice World?
No, I'm gonna miss it.
There will be blood.
Oh shit! Is this a tampon movie? Yes.
I've never seen it. I just know the haircut.
About to see it now.
50 Shades of Grey is on this.
Is it really?
That's a white movie. That is a white movie.
Ibrahim, you probably picked this one, huh?
Wow, 50 Shades?
100%. I picked There Will Be Blood.
No, you said 50 Shades is a white movie?
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, probably.
Like that's a very white relationship. You know.
It's
dominatrix.
You're not gonna date a black girl and be like, yeah, I want to just beat the shit out of you. She'd be like, fuck that. I'll beat the shit out of you for even saying that shit to me.
Exactly. The role would be reversed.
Big? We're gonna go big.
Oh.
Purple Moon?
Purple Moon.
What the fuck?
Purple Moon.
Oh shit.
Are these both Ibrahim's movies?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh my god.
I don't know if I have the time to watch 2 Ibrahim movies.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Choose There Will Be Blood if you're gonna choose one. That's my advice.
All right.
So Purple Noon is what's that movie? Oh, I forget. It's a Matt Damon movie. It's a version of a Matt Damon movie that they did in the 90s, but in the 60s with a different actor. It's about a guy who basically he's kind of like a grifter, but he just goes around impersonating people. Oh, The Talented Mr. Ripley. Yeah, so it's just The Talented Mr. Ripley from the 60s.
Okay.
With a French guy.
All right. That sounds pretty white.
Exactly. That's why I chose it. Exactly. It's like,
white.
Boom. There you go.
Someone send me those movies in the group chat so I can look them up for the trailers, please. Because I already forgot the names.
Last thing I had on Soul Plane, often referred to as the black version of the movie Airplane, which came out in 1980 with Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah.
On the white wheel, which I was hoping was going to get picked. That would have been perfect.
Yeah.
That would have been funny.
That would have been funny, yeah.
Kevin Hart was telling in one interview, so there was two endings to this movie, and he was saying that in one movie, the plane, after landing the plane, what happened to it shows what happens to the characters after landing the plane. The other ending shows everyone in the Planes Club dancing, which is what they basically went with.
All right, so Purple Noon is about 2 hours.
That's not bad.
And There Will Be Blood, right?
That's at least 2 hours.
2.5.
Yeah, I think it's like 2.5.
I'm familiar with There Will Be Blood, even though I haven't seen it. That's the one with what's his name's fucked up haircut, right? Where he just looks. Is it like a bowl cut? I can't.
That's with Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Riddler's in it.
Paul Dano.
Paul Dano.
Yeah.
Yep, Paul Dano. Not Jim Carrey.
That's Jim Carrey? That's the Riddler I know.
Yeah, the new Riddler.
You know what I watched the other day, and I was just laughing. I was enjoying it, but I was laughing. It was on Hulu. It was like season 3 or 4 or some shit, because unfortunately I don't have the first season of it, but it was the old school Batman with Adam West.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, wow.
Then all Batman are equal.
I was like, I want to see this from season 1, though. Like season 1, episode 1. Just watch it all the way through.
That shit is like
so... anymore.
I can't.
That shit is so crazy. It's totally different.
That as well.
Yeah, I've seen it so many times.
I got to go back and watch the old show to see how much I enjoy it. Because I used to love that shit as a kid.
You see why people make fun of it? Like him and Robin?
Oh, yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's funny. But it's like that's, you know, like they didn't.
I know you guys remember the
Bro, there's a scene where he fights a fucking leopard. I saw that shit somewhere.
Or the shit when they're floating in the ocean and he's fighting the shark and has to blow it up, puts the fucking bomb on it.
Remember he has the giant bomb, he's like running with the bomb, like, oh, I gotta get rid of it.
I didn't want to see that shit.
It's great.
I can't no more.
Watch that.
I can't no more.
Yes, I can't. I gotta see that. I gotta watch that.
Funny.
Watch that.
I used to
final thoughts on Soul Plane before we get into 42.
Funny, entertaining, but you know it is what it is.
I'm gonna bump my score up to a 7. I enjoyed the thinking back. There was just so much going on this entire movie that I could rewatch it again and I'm sure laugh again at stuff I missed.
I'm gonna stick with my 6. I thought it was funny. It was entertaining. But
it's great. I think I enjoyed it.
I'm keeping my rating. It's good. It's fun. You know, you play it in the background at the barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you do with this movie.
There you go.
Actually, you're right. People running out of the house. Some people say, "Oh shit," you know, such.
Yeah.
Eating out of the fucking the styrofoam thingy. You know,
no, it's like somebody catches a scene and then they come back out to the barbecue. You're just like, and they're like, you know what scene I just saw where so and so says this, and everyone starts fucking cracking up again.
Yeah,
that's where someone like me or you that's seen the movie a bunch of times, we walk out to that like I'm going to get the fucking potato salad, and the barbecue fucking ribs, good shit. While you motherfuckers are sitting here talking on this movie about the couch and blah blah blah. Let's go. We're gonna go get some food and just talk about that 1 or 2 scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I'm gonna stick with my 8 for this.
Okay.
I almost want to give it a 9, but I'm gonna stick with an 8 for this one.
It's no way. It's not a fucking 9.
that is high.
That is fucking high for Soul Plane, man. For Soul Plane.
Down these movies just because I find all their Caucasian movies that funny.
I would have loved to see like him watch Airplane after watching this because that would be funny. Be like, oh, Airplane's dog shit.
Yeah, I know, right?
I gotta see it.
Airplane is funny.
Oh my god,
watch it.
What was the other one that he hadn't seen? I forget. I think it was on a wheel. It was another one on a wheel.
I don't remember.
But we've seen a lot of them because he didn't like Naked Gun.
He didn't like Bill and Ted.
Didn't like Bill and Ted.
I hated Bill and Ted. I fucking
hated a lot of that shit.
I forgot what's on there.
There was another white comedy he hadn't seen, and we're like, ooh, I wonder.
Monty Python he hated.
Yeah.
Not like Monty Python. I fucking gave a fucking presentation on Arthurian legend and showed Bonnie Python in high school.
Oh, that's cool.
I tried, guys. I tried, but
it's just
I
that
don't blame you.
stupidity. It's like Benny Hill comedy. You know, it's like that slapstick, whatever the fuck you call it.
It's kind of like the Marx Brothers.
Marx
Jay and
Brothers.
Silent Bob. I enjoyed that a lot. That was funny as shit.
Yeah.
Jay and Silent Bob's funny.
That's a white dude.
The reboot's not bad.
I still don't see it.
It's okay.
I enjoyed Wayne's World a lot.
Yeah.
Wayne's
you
World was
did like
great.
Wayne's World. I was shocked on that.
Yeah, that surprised me.
I've seen it before as a kid. I haven't seen it in years. I remember enjoying it as a kid. Usually, movies like that, they kind of stick with me a little. The nostalgia-ness of it.
I thought you were going to hate Wayne's World.
So I was expecting a low score on that one.
You guys are both fucking surprised. I think you guys were like, yeah, he's probably gonna give it like a 4 or a 3.
I did. I think I said it like a 3 or a 4.
I don't know why you would think that. This is fun.
Because the better ones that you gave shit.
They suck.
Yeah, I know.
Because they're not better. They're not better.
There's a certain like, I guess, weird whiteness. I don't know a better way to say it. People are offended, toughen up.
There's a certain whiteness I like.
But as far as like the jokes, there's a certain part of it that just I find fucking ridiculously hilarious, like this. And then there's time I feel like it's too over the top, like Bill and Ted was just too much. I was like, all right, they're trying way too hard to be funny, and it's not funny.
Yeah,
and it's just more
British comedy too, so it's kind of a disconnect anyway. So you got to try
the
harder.
The Monty Python I could see is a British comedy thing that you may not be into.
Yeah. Naked Gun, like I said, I'm not a fan of the whole series, but I'd really like.
You gotta really be into slapstick.
But what was your rating on Hot Shots?
Did we watch Hot Shots?
We did watch Hot Shots. We did watch Hot Shots. Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have that one down.
I think he did a pretty good score on that one.
I thought you gave it like a 6 or something like that.
Yeah, because
I have that a while ago before I started doing that.
Because Hot Shots is like basically the same people, right? As Airplane.
Charlie
and
Sheen.
I feel like it's definitely the same people as as the Naked Gun. It's definitely the same people as the Naked Gun, I think.
Yeah.
I don't remember Hot Shots, honestly. So I could do it.
Like Hot Shots wasn't bad for me. What's the baseball movie? Major League. I enjoyed too.
That was
Major
fun.
League was fun.
Yeah.
Another Charlie Sheen.
We need to do like a Aaron. What is the GOAT? What's the pyramid of white comedy?
Yeah,
We need to draw some kind of map.
And it's like fucking at the bottom is like Wayne's World. No, at the bottom is fucking Airplane and shit.
I want to get all of Aaron's ratings. I'll draw some kind of graphic, and we'll just spend an episode discussing how crazy his fucking ratings are.
Yeah.
It'd be a fun, funny thing to do. I would be down for that.
Oh shit! At the bottom is fucking the Naked Gun and fucking Wayne's.
All the good.
At the top is Wayne's World and shit and like
like what the how?
Like Bill and Ted and the Naked Gun. It's like oh this dog shit.
But he loves this one. What the fuck is wrong with him?
Yeah.
Like, how do you love this so much and hate this other one so bad?
Yeah, he's like it's like Airplane. That's dog shit. But I love I love Jay and Silent Bob reboot and all this other shit.
It's just what hits me, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Jay and Silent Bob was fucking hilarious. Chris Rock helped a lot when he came in, but it was still funny.
He had some of the best lines in the movie.
Yeah, he did.
He just helped.
What was his name? Shaka something? I forget.
Something like that. And Kevin Smith was like, Kevin Smith didn't even give him lines. He's like, just say whatever the fuck comes to mind.
Chris.
And he just took that and ran.
Yeah, that shit was funny.
So, gentlemen, if I may call you that, assholes, that feels more felt. What do you guys rate 42?
I'm gonna go 10.
Ooh.
I was listen. I'm not even a baseball fan, but I know more than enough about baseball, of course, to know all the big names throughout history. I watched it as a kid. I collected cards and shit. I just don't care anymore. I find it boring to watch on TV. But if I were to go to a game, I'd be into it. That's much more fun.
See, and it's the opposite for me. I'd rather watch it on TV than be at the game. The game, it's boring. There's too much of the shit that you don't get cut out from commercials or from the commentary and shit. That you're sitting there waiting for shit to happen, the teams to change. Like,
I don't want to do
I find it more fun in live. But watching this movie, I thought what struck me is it's not. Yeah, you could call it a baseball or sports movie. It was so much more focused on the human element, the story, than it is on actual sports. Even though there's some great, sports scenes of the games and stuff. But I gave it a 10. It was engrossing to me. Like I paused it at one point because I had to do something. I'm like, holy fuck, it's been an hour and 15 minutes, and it went by just like that.
Yeah.
Finished.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it an 8. It was good. I'm not a fan of baseball, but that didn't do nothing with these sports movies. I don't care what sport it is. Like I could end up watching it and still like it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was good. I liked it. It's the history of it.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Everything, it was really interesting. And all that shit. It was cool. It was really good.
Okay.
I'm right there with James on the 8. I really enjoyed it. I think the pacing was great for it. There was just enough of the baseball aspect to show how much of the I guess the two worlds that are trying to coexist and that are fighting each other from, baseball and business, and then, personal, political, social shit happening.
Racism.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they did a great job with that. A lot of the scenes were good. Chadwick did a decent job. My favorite scene with him is when he goes fucking crazy with the bat. Like that. I mean, it's just powerful as fuck. I mean, we've all been in some type of a situation where we've wanted to react, but was like, I can't right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the ultimate kind of position to be in for something like that. And I think he did it well. And the Harrison Ford, he's Harrison Ford, man.
Yeah,
like
Harrison Ford was great.
When his lips started wrinkling a little bit at the end, listening to them in the stadium after he hits the home run, and it's like, hey, they're going to the World Series and shit. Like, I was like, all right, he earned his keep. You know what I mean? Like,
Harrison was great in this scene.
Yeah, Aaron, what's your rating?
Me? Would you rate it, or did you?
Oh, you go first.
Okay.
Mr. Host.
I gave it a 10. I gave it a 10. Like I really enjoyed it. It was obviously an amazing story. It's sad and it's crazy seeing like first African American this, first African American that for certain shit. Just because you shouldn't have to see that, especially not so long ago, and still shit like that happening now. Or first African female to do this, that, and the third. It should be like, just somebody did so. It should be normal. Like everybody, you know what I mean? Like if anybody else does it, it should be normal. Like not just so great or such an accomplishment. It is obviously, but this movie kind of proves that and gets real deep with it. But it tells such a great story in such like a not so like harmful way to make you angry. More of like a I don't want to say understanding way for the people that are kind of racist or confused, but more of like I'll give you a second chance because you seem like you're going to listen this time type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So something like that. This movie definitely did that with a lot of things. This was a really good movie though, but I gave it a 10.
Yeah, I give this an 8. I think this is really good. Great performances. There's some really like powerful stuff, and like I always think of movies like this that I feel like this is like such a good way to kind of tackle a lot of these issues through sports. I know there was also a Jesse Owens film I haven't seen yet. It's literally called Race. Very good title, honestly. But it's like I think of this and like Remember the Titans as like these films that are really like the best way to like handle this stuff, because sports is about uniting people really, and it's about competing because like everyone competes on the same playing field, and so it's such a great way of like kind of tackling these types of issues.
Yeah, and like if you're the fan of a team, if you're part of the team, you want more than anything to win. So even if you don't like someone that's there, you realize, like they depicted in the movie, they're not getting to where they are without him.
Yeah, he's on top.
And that brings the acceptance. And like Harrison's Ford character was in on that from the beginning. He's like, don't fight back. Don't give them a reason to call you an asshole. Basically, you want to change their minds. This is the only way to do it, and it was.
It's crazy, and I'm glad it didn't happen this way. But just imagine if he makes it to the major leagues and just flames out. How bad?
I was gonna ask, what like is this an amazing story? But what happens if he gets there as the first Negro player and sucks?
and just or gets hurt, just anything like real negative to where it wasn't this story. It was just like this story was like literally meant to happen. Like it was just like you're the chosen, you're gonna make this you're gonna break this barrier for sports.
You know, that's what it takes, though, is the person to say, I have no other options. I have no choice. I have to be great. I have to do this.
Yeah.
People are watching. You know what I mean? And that's where greatness really comes from, especially in situations like this. It's not that he's the underdog. It's just that he had to prove that he was just as skilled. He was just as strong. He was just as mentally prepared for the situation, but even more so because he had to have the guidance, you know what I mean, to kind of see through everything and still last through it. His wife in his corner, she's dealing with the shit and dealing with, you know, him getting beamed in the head, them coming after him, the slurs, like hit threats, you know what I mean? Like, there's just so much that goes into it, but then it's also cool to see scenes, especially where you got the press box where they're not allowing Negroes to be in there, but you got 5 or 6 other press people that are Caucasian and white or white, whatever, and fucking, you know, they're sitting there, and even just the 1 or 2 guys says something, and it's not everybody. They're looking at him like, okay, you said something about, he has an advantage because of his longer knee or
his heel, his long heel.
You know what I mean? So next fucking swing, home run. So that was because of his heel, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
that
you know what I mean?
That was a good scene.
Like, that's dope.
And what I liked about that was the white on white, like the white dude, because he let the white dude slide, like, all right. And then he checked him with that same shit, like, okay.
Yep.
So because of his fucking heel? Yeah, you fuck up.
It reminds me, wasn't there, like, I heard, I don't know if it was real, though. There was, like, a sports announcer who said they has the twitch. They have that extra twitch or something. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, Twitch, like twitchy speed or something. I forget. There's some term like that.
Yeah.
There is a sports term that's not racist, but I'm sure there is some racist ones that go along with it, or where they kind of twist it to make it not
Well,
racist.
you always like with the black quarterback shit. You know, for years, like, oh well, he just doesn't, you know, he's not intellectual enough to play the position.
That shit still comes up now, occasionally, and you can tell when the announcer has to backtrack on what he said.
I mean, it happened with Justin Fields. I remember that he was gonna get drafted, and then fucking Dan Orlovsky was like, "Oh well, I've heard that like he's really lazy." He was like, "The fuck." And then he had to backtrack that shit immediately because like a bunch of people like, no, he's very hardworking.
Actually, one of the hardest working players on the team.
And like named coordinators like at Ohio State were like, no, that's fucking bullshit. I don't know who you heard that from, and he had to kind of backpedal it. But yeah, it's just, you know, shit slinging.
Fucking, I thought Chadwick was unbelievable in this movie. I thought he was awesome in the role because, you know, not only is he trying to prove himself as a baseball player, you could see the times when he realizes he has the weight of the entire black community on his shoulders, and it's not just about baseball. Like, he wants to play ball, but then he's like brought back down to earth, be like, that's not what it's all about.
Yeah, it's more than, it's bigger than baseball.
Like they're showing the little kids looking at him, like looking up to him and all that.
Even the scene where after he gets hurt, Harrison Ford talks about seeing a white kid pretending to be a black man.
Yep.
So I got a question for James and Chris.
Oh no.
Okay, so let's say $50,000. Would you do the Alan Tudyk role in this movie?
Only for $50,000?
Yeah.
Was he the Phillies manager? That was
the manager.
Philly manager.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring this up.
That's your scene.
I was gonna bring this up. I can't imagine that. Like, even in the appropriate obviously he's dropping more slurs than I've heard somebody drop.
Bad, man.
It's also the way he says it too. Like the way he says
he's saying it.
Like he means it.
Like,
he has that look in his eye.
I don't
like
know how you get. I don't know if I could get myself in that mindset and be comfortable enough, even in that scenario. Even if Chadwick
that's your job, man. That's your job. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, I know. Even if Chadwick is there and telling me it's cool, man, it's only because we're in this situation and we're trying to get a good performance.
I think that's the only way I'll do it. Like
he has to tell you it's okay.
Everybody will have to come and like, listen, it's okay.
Like, it's good, man. It's good.
I'm like, listen,
I don't know, man. if I got in, I'd constantly be asking people like, "Are we sure? Like this
$50
is
grand?
being
That's
shown
not a
at
lot.
least in the appropriate fashion?"
James, I would sit there with you guys to make you feel more comfortable. You know how
50 grand?
But he also gets half. Aaron also gets half, though. By the way.
Nah, that's 25 grand. No, that's not. That's worse.
But
I know.
Reparations.
Ah, shit.
that you guys would be
Man, that scene is so like
That
scene is so rough, but like that's probably like a sliver of what actually happened to him.
Oh, he was probably getting that every game
from like the crowd. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Oh,
like
yeah.
he could hear the N-word like in many cities. Like the minute he comes up to the plane,
Probably
the minute he comes out of the dugout, he's hearing it.
It's from his own fucking team here and there. I bet at first.
Yeah, his team
At
too.
first.
Some of them. Yeah.
So, Chris,
So is that a no from you guys? Like you wouldn't do it?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'd do it. The money would be enough for me to eventually do it, but I'd be constantly looking for reassurance that everything we were doing was okay.
Yeah, I think I'm the same way.
That's
I'll be like,
I'll
feel so awkward.
10%.
It would be incredibly awkward, but I'm like, okay, as long as you give me the proper direction this way. If anything comes back on me, be like, you told me to do it this way.
I probably would
do it. You gotta go down deep, you know, deep in the roots.
That's a deep hole, man.
that is some deep hate. You gotta come out of somewhere and just like look at and dehumanize another person.
I'll have to go
like
watch
that.
like American History X or something. The mindset.
Your great grandparents.
Like, no, I can't just do this, man. I got a fucking.
I don't know how you get psyched up for that role.
No, exactly. I'm like, what? Damn, man.
Yeah.
You watch some KKK tapes, you know what I mean?
You just watch some shit in German, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
he did that shit, man. And
dude, I'll give him credit because, like, man, it's disgusting. That scene is so fucking bad.
It's crazy.
But man, that's acting when you got to go there. Because if you can go there to that, like that level of hatred, when you're not that person, that shit's hard.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think that'd be the hardest part for me because I don't know if I can get that. I'll get that serious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I can act that out 100%, make it realistic.
You got one option: either you commit or it ain't you. So
I'd be too distracted.
Listen, it's about getting paid. That's it.
It is, and I'd be too distracted. I'd probably be too distracted thinking about I can't believe I'm actually saying this, and then looking around to make sure.
You definitely got to have a little liquid courage at first. You know what I mean?
Okay, hold on.
Just enough so you don't forget your lines or you don't slur.
I can't believe I'm saying this, or like that smile. Like I can't believe I'm finally getting to say this.
No, in a very uncomfortable, awkward way. I would not be smiling.
The first time is high pitch of excitement.
Somebody sounds a little too excited.
The other thing too, it's not like with the A, it's the hard R.
It's hard. It's hard.
You're doing the hard R with like, dude.
Emphasis.
Yeah.
Like a dinosaur.
Yes.
That scene was crazy.
Yeah, I'll never forget that scene. That shit was just like fucked up.
And then
but again, like that,
he got a hit. He got the third. Let me sit my ass down. You know what I mean? And then when the press presses him, listen, we treat the guaps like this. I'm like, you're not making it any better here, dude. You're not making it any better.
He's doing the racist thing. I got black friends. We all do it.
I treat everybody the same. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
But that Chris talked about the scene where Chadwick breaks his bat in the hallway, and that that comes after that. That scene didn't actually happen. That's not something that actually happened, but they put it in the movie to express, like, clearly he's dealing with Jackie Robinson. He's dealing with the shit. He holds his composure together for the cameras and shit. They wanted to put that in with permission of his wife, his estate, to just so that, like, it doesn't mean he didn't break somewhere in private that nobody saw.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how they chose to show that. But that scene was fucking intense, man. Where he's just
I was a little nervous, not gonna lie, because as soon as I saw him with that, how hard he was about to swing that bat, I knew that shit was gonna crack, and I was like, "Yo, if that bat comes off that wall and hits Chadwick, that's not good." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I got a little nervous there. I was like,
"Not even that." Then he started hitting it with just the handle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could break your wrist and everything doing that shit, man.
What was that? So both Rachel Robinson and Ralph Branca film consultant and Dodger pitcher in the dugout that day said that didn't happen. The director explaining his reasoning for it included the scene. There was no way Robinson could have withstood all the abuse without cracking at least once, even in private.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, hell no. That's a lot of fucking pressure on you. Not only to be like great in baseball, but to be doing it for other people that look just like you to have a chance.
The weight of an entire race on your back.
Yeah. Damn near an entire country, if you really think about it. Because like if this one team is right about this Negro being good in this sport, we can make a whole lot of money. But if they're wrong, we could look like shit. And he was fucking great. That's crazy.
The line from Stabler in the with all the players, like, y'all better fucking shove your petition up your ass because he's the first. There's more coming. They're knocking. You gonna stay on this field or you gonna let him come out? You better start paying attention to your shit on the field.
Focus on your game if you don't want to lose your job.
Yep.
Doesn't matter who's coming. There's always more people coming. And it doesn't matter what their skin color is.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like any sport.
Yeah.
Ain't job period. There's always somebody who's better than you somewhere.
Yeah. Trying harder.
No matter how good you are at something, there's always somebody. Like there's somebody better than LeBron who's about to come. You know what I mean? Like somebody's coming. Somebody's coming. You said a president, somebody's aiming for it. They're gonna come for it.
Giannis.
I enjoyed John C. McGinley as their announcer. There was one line where that cracked me up. Like I think the first pro game that Jackie comes walking out, John C. McGinley's like, definitely a brunette.
Oh, Dr. Cox.
Yeah, Dr. Cox from Scrubs.
Yeah, he's good too.
Everyone in this movie played their role great. I loved Harrison. Yeah. Harrison Ford was fantastic. Chadwick, I thought, gave an amazing performance.
Yeah, that I couldn't like. This was my first time seeing it, so it kind of hit a little bit different. But I was like, "Damn, this guy was a really amazing fucking actor." I was like, "Holy shit,
he's incredible, dude!" Yeah.
Yes, I honestly have not seen a lot of his work.
And I wish he had like I wish he got to live for obviously years and years and years longer, but. Just like imagine another fucking 50, 60 years of film with him. Like, wow.
Yeah, it's sad. But you know, to be honest, like he shined really bright for the time he was here. He really was in like just think of like at the end, like he knew he had cancer and he was in Black Panther, Infinity War, and Endgame.
Yep.
Like holy shit. Like he's in like 3 of the biggest movies of all time. He's in, he does Black Panther and fucking there were executives at Disney who like would later get basically there was a long story. There was an executive at Disney who like for a long time was like, well, we can't do a movie with a lead who's not white. We just can't do it. And Kevin Feige had to do a fight with this guy and he got taken out. And they were like, okay, we're going to do Black Panther. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. But that still was out there in the air. Like, could this movie actually succeed? And Black Panther in the United States made more money than Infinity War.
Mm-hmm. And
so like, it just broke all the, again, he continues to break boundaries, Mm-hmm. And it's just, I don't know. It's sad, but he accomplished a lot.
Hell yeah.
While he was alive. And so that's really all you can ask for. And, when we watch movies like this, he's there. He's there on the screen. That's him.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You can feel it.
There's levels. Like this dude, honestly, again, if he could have had another 10, 20 years of his career, he would have went down as one of the all-time great legends, easily. With this type of role here, and then from what he did in Black Panther and all the other, those Avengers-type movies and just other films in general, he would have easily been one of the greats.
So this film actually broke the record for highest box office weekend for a baseball movie.
Wow.
That's good.
Yeah.
I don't think I knew this movie was out until Chadwick blew up.
Yeah.
With the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I never heard. Yeah, I never.
I want to say this was back in my Hollywood video days when this was like 2006, 2005, 2008.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Well, I mean, there had been a Jackie Robinson biopic in the works for years. Like Spike Lee had the rights at one point. He was going to do a movie that fell through. I think Robert Redford was in on it back in 2004 or something like that. Had one going and that fell through. And then this finally got done. Denzel Washington was attached to star, I think, in Redford's version.
Wow.
I believe it.
That would have been something. Denzel in this movie. something. But
Denzel and everything.
Yeah, I know, really. He's like, if you're making a movie with a black lead and the Academy Award consideration type movie, at this point, you're probably looking, try and get Denzel.
Yeah.
Tell you right now, I'm a lot cheaper and a lot easier to get than Denzel.
You won't win an award.
Something. Could be worst movie, could be best movie, don't matter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, this movie came out in 2013.
2013? Oh shit.
But okay, so what do you think? I know after he passed, Marvel, Kevin Feige talked about like they were dead set on not recasting the Black Panther role of his.
They have to recast that. They really should. They fucked up so bad by saying that. They didn't know.
There's a huge petition going around now. Like it's kind of an insult.
Well, it's kind of too late. They honestly fucked up. So first off, they should have never said anything. They said, "Oh, we're going to respect his legacy." They should have said that, but they said we're going to respect his legacy by not recasting.
Mm-hmm.
So they fucked up there. They should have never said that. No. So then, basically, people thought, okay, so Shuri is going to become the Black Panther. Okay, well, turns out the fucking Letitia Wright's a total maniac.
She's a little bit insane.
She's a little insane, and she also got hurt on the production, so that delayed it. And then she fucking flew to England. And a problem with that is, well, you can't come back if you're not vaxxed.
Mm-hmm.
You can't come back if you don't have a vaccine. Did she take a vaccine? Is she going to come back? Is she going to do the reshoots? Who knows?
She will.
So the movie's fucked. The movie could be fucked.
Actually, I just saw it today. Lupita Nyong'o tested positive, so it's on delayed again.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah, that movie's in so much trouble. Like, it's really kind of sad what's happened to Black Panther 2 because there's so many bad things that have happened. I feel really bad for Ryan Coogler because he talked about like I was writing dialogue for Chadwick Boseman to speak, and then he died, and I'm like, what am I gonna do? And then they go through this whole ordeal, and they're like, oh, we're gonna honor his legacy. I'm sure there's like 4 different drafts of that movie, like a full different movie, like totally different that exist, and they've already shot part of one. They're probably going to end up having to shoot a different one. So there's probably going to be 2 different movies of Black Panther 2 that are going to be made. And we're going to see one of them. Who knows if we get to see the better one.
Yeah, and it was a mistake to say they wouldn't recast, especially now that they opened this multiverse concept. And you can easily explain it, at least in Marvel terms, by bringing in, I don't know, a Black Panther from
if you want to keep T'Challa, you don't have to have him die. Just keep the T'Challa from the main universe. Just keep him there and just recast him. You know, end of story. It's done. If you want to have him die, I mean, there's other ways you could, you could do a multiverse thing with someone else, like a Killmonger character, maybe. Even though they've kind of already explored that in What If.
Yeah. And
it seems like he's always going to be evil. But yeah, I think at this point they should recast. Like if I was in charge, I'd be like, fuck this shit. What we're going to do. So the first thing is, what I'm curious about is like, what's the best version of the story that we have about Black Panther? That's what really matters. Because like if that original story, like with what they were going to do with Chadwick Boseman, if he was still alive, is the best story, they should just recast. Just say, fuck it. We're recasting. We're going to delay the movie. We're going to recast. We're going to do that story. And just say, we changed our mind.
I feel like I feel like that's what Chadwick would want for the character.
Well, supposedly that's what his brother said. That his brother would want.
Yeah. I mean, none of us know. None of us know. Like he's dead. We can't put words in his mouth. He's gone.
True.
But what matters is like, if they be getting rid of T'Challa forever, there would never be a T'Challa in the MCU, which is like kind of a big deal. Yeah. Like it's not just a thing to do on a whim.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's what for me kind of makes me feel like, man, why would we do? Like, imagine if they were like, if Christopher Reeves died, and they were like, oh, we're never gonna have another Superman. Clark Kent. There will never be a Clark Kent. We're just gonna retire. We'd be like,
you can't build a superhero universe and have one actor in mind the entire time, and then never again use that character.
I mean, they could have also went fucking Fast and Furious route and got like his brother or somebody of likeness to still and CG his face on. You know what I mean? But
could have, or just recast. I mean, it happens.
They had options. We got holograms that are concerts nowadays.
Yeah,
we have options.
I mean, it's a really tough place to be in, and that movie has been hit so hard. so fucking hard. Like COVID, like you're talking about, Chadwick Boseman dying, Letitia Wright being a fucking maniac. Like how many wrong things could happen to this movie? Like I can't imagine anything worse. Especially after the first movie was like a global, massive, like
it was fucking crazy how big it was.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
Way bigger than anyone could have ever imagined. You know, it was a cultural event.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, they should just at this point. I would just like if to me again, what matters is what's the best story out there that they can do. And if it has to do with like T'Challa, the character T'Challa being alive, just recast it. Say,
have to.
Fuck it, we messed up. We're sorry. You could do some bullshit. Oh, we talked to the family, and the family said, you know, after a long consideration, the family felt that it was Chadwick would have wanted T'Challa character to continue, and then just like boom, you know, all you need to do is at the beginning of the movie to say, oh, in honor of the memory of Chadwick Boseman. Boom, we're done.
But I'll also say that I'll say here's two more things I'll say. They'll throw some charity to his. They'll throw some money to his charity, and they'll throw some money under the table to his family. Like, look, this is, you know, you're letting us tell this story. Keep telling this story. Here's this money for you guys. And
it's a win-win.
Future film. Here's some future finances. You guys are set. Basically, you guys are set for life. You guys are definitely set for life. Generational wealth. Here you go.
Which they have no obligation to do that anyway, because it's not like the family owns the rights to the character or the IP. So they're trying to be sensitive, and I get that. But at the end of the day, we know what's going to happen. They're going to make the business decision they need to make. Of
course, they're eventually going to do that. But I'm saying that's why I feel they'll pay the family up just to kind of not necessarily hush your money, but more so like don't throw it under the.
It's good PR. I see what you're saying, Aaron. It's good PR for them to have the family be on board. Because
you're gonna have people saying, "Oh, well, that was nice of the film. Not only did they, give money to the creator or to his charity, but they gave money to his family. Oh, I definitely want to put my money towards this."
If or when it happens, and if they come out and say the family asked us to do it in his honor, I feel like that's the way they're gonna.
Yeah, that's how they would pivot. Yeah,
they'll figure out a way to spin it. If they need me to be the PR guy, I'll do it. I'll do it.
It doesn't actually involve peeing, though.
No, I know.
Okay.
Different. What PR means, right?
No piss restitution.
Yeah. Get Richard.
I'm not PR guy. I am.
I don't know, but this was a great movie. I was surprised. I didn't know. I thought it would be good going into it. I didn't realize how much it would actually suck me in and how involved I would get. It's just mind-boggling knowing what was just so acceptable and allowed in public back then.
I mean, there's that scene of the kid. Remember that scene of the kid and his dad?
And the kid just imitated his dad, started yelling the N-bomb. And I wanted to see that kid cry because you could see he didn't know.
He was like, what do I do?
He didn't know what to do. And then, his favorite player there, I don't know if it was a family member or what, Pee-wee, goes and puts his
I think they were related.
Goes and puts his arm around Jackie Robinson, and the kid's like, I don't know what to do now. You could see, I wanted to see that kid fucking cry. Because he just realized he fucked up.
He looked like he wanted to.
I don't know, man. This is
He did.
This is a movie that made me feel emotions like anger at the ridiculousness of just Jackie Robinson being dicked around, and just
even that scene where he was going to use the bathroom, no one's around.
Yep.
The guy's like, you can't use that bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, man.
That's it's tough, but that's also why it's good that they show things that shows, hey, it's not everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't everybody. They showed scenes of people and that turmoil of the kid in the lesson looking up to his dad, which is his example. But at the same time, you also saw that, hey, there's press, there's people in the stands, there's people that are fans that, you know what I mean? Like the little kids hanging over for autographs and shit. Half of them were white, half of them
first
were
guy
black.
that finally comes up to him in the street there when he's walking with his wife and says, hey, we support you. You got the goods. That's all that matters. You know, we're here for you.
Mm-hmm. Where he thought it was going to be trouble. That's what you're talking about? That scene?
Where he thought he thought he was there to basically start a fight. But Chris mentioned it earlier. It was great pacing for the movie. I thought they didn't linger on anything. They didn't overplay anything. Like, I love the whole fucking scene of his first game with the Montreal team there, and he just steals all the bases. Like, that was fantastic.
I wish they would have been longer, honestly. I wish there would have been longer to get to actually see the whole glory and the triumph. You know what I mean? Even if they didn't win that World Series, just that precedent has now been set. That goal has now been pushed. That bar.
So I
Dope.
don't think they won it that year.
They didn't. I
don't
think
know.
it was like 3 years later. or
So
something like that.
1955 is what it said in the credits. Jackie
Yeah.
won the World
Yeah.
Series.
No,
That
yeah.
was 47. So
Yeah, he was actually pretty old
Mhm.
at that time.
Yeah.
But he did hit a home run in the World Series.
And
Put
stole
him ahead in
home.
the game. Yeah.
And
It was
stole home in the
fucking
first World
crazy.
Series. Yep.
It's fucking crazy.
Yep. But and then the other thing, the facts afterwards, showing like who went on to be part of the
The Hall
bigger
of Fame.
scope of baseball, not even the Hall of Fame, just the bigger scope of the influences of baseball with National Baseball Association, the Press Association, and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? But then also to show, hey, we respected this so much. This has such an impact. It's the only number 2 ever be fucking retired in the entire league.
Yeah.
That's
And it's still not being
I was like,
touched.
holy shit.
You know,
That's
there was years that I don't know if they still do it because I haven't followed in probably 10 years, but there's always one time a year where everybody had that 42 on.
It's Jackie Robinson Day. Even
Yeah.
Okay.
like even a casual, if you've heard about baseball, there's a Jackie Robinson Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where everyone wears 42.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like
Which
you
was
may not
mostly
know
a
everything
country
about
boy.
what it involves, but you know the name Jackie Robinson and,
Yeah.
and the baseball league, entire league.
Yeah,
so.
which is very cool.
I feel like with something like that nowadays, like if you're a big sports fan, no matter what sports it is, let's talk baseball for like if you hear the name Jackie Robinson, say you're younger, you want to know who he is, you'll probably Google it because you're such a big fan of baseball. You might Google him for his stats and then be like, oh wow, holy shit, he had to go through it. Wow.
You
So
hope
that's-
so.
I hope so, man. Kids
Yeah.
are out
You
there
hope
learning
so.
about him just by Googling it, going down a rabbit hole.
I'm not gonna say all do, but I'm sure there's a few that do. I'm almost a positive a few that do, a handful of people that do, that just like the history of something.
Yeah, more than likely people are just seeing the first hit, which is the wiki, and they're like, oh, okay, cool. I mean,
Yeah.
as condensed of the story as you can give all of the meat and potatoes, you know what I mean? But there's a lot to be there. There's a lot of achievement. There's a lot of fucking, so he definitely earns his roses, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, or in this class, definitely.
I think,
Definitely changed things for fucking sports across the
everything
board.
everything about this movie I thought was well done.
Hell yeah.
I'm with it. Yeah, no, it was super dope.
Yeah.
Excuse
know.
me.
I'm happy for us. We're starting on a pretty good note. This
Yeah,
So-
wait until we watch Purple Noon and There Will Be Blood. Then it's really gonna
Purple Noon, There Will Be Blood.
elevate.
But let's we can wrap this one up like a diaper. Is that the same, guys?
Yeah,
I
that
don't know, is it?
absolutely 100%.
All right.
I thought, never mind. Wrap it up like the tube steak. Anyway, this is the worst damn gamer ever. Catch me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram. Usually Fridays and Saturday nights. I don't know if I'm going to be on tonight. I might come back on and at least commentate with Sturdy. But yeah, tons of stuff dropping. Been doing a lot of creative shit. Just realized too that I fucked up my settings for my stream. So the past like 3 weeks of streaming and all my randoms have not been going anywhere other than to my app that I use to make content. So I got tons of shit that's definitely got to drop. And then you can go and check out Dreams the Creator. He's been helping out with all of these overlays and everything. He's the guy for the Digital Scape. If there's anything with photography, designing, clothing line, music, any editing, anything, go check him out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. He's got you covered. He's also got free overlays for the creators and the streamers, so go check that out. You can also get Any Last Words on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram as well. Any Last Words is kind of your dark portal. If you like cooking, she's got recipes. You like stories, you like gruesome stuff, she does reviews. She's got a Patreon. Go support Joe there. And So Good at Scary on Facebook and Instagram. If you have your own independent film, if it's 30 minutes or less, you want to give us permission, drop it in our Facebook, and we're going to do it on the live, and we'll let you know in just a second where exactly and when.
Yes. People over here on Horror with Sir Sturdy. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Tuesday is when we would knock out those horror shorts that are half hour or less, which, like Chris said, you post them on So Good It's Scary. We play them live for us and you guys to watch with us, and then we review that right after, and then we dive into our review for whatever film we were reviewing that night. think Mom's going night night.
Take it easy, Susan.
Also, check out Stories from a Bar. Popcorn and Pints first, which we're on right now. Then I'll go to Stories from a Bar. Popcorn and Pints every Saturday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Guys. Every Saturday night, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We review 2 movies. We always connect them. We'll try to connect these before we bounce. Then hop on over to Stories from a Bar, give that a like you, Lou, a love you, Lou, and all that good stuff. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everywhere listen to podcasts, including YouTube for some beer and music talk. You're going to enjoy it. Deep focus cinema, get a deep dive on cinema. I mean, a deep dive off the high dive on cinema.
Balls deep.
Balls deep. You're going to teabag that shit.
Teabag.
Teabagging movies left and right.
There you go. Check out Deep Focus Cinema. With that being said, people, thank you for watching. Thank you for popping by, and peace.
Peace.
Peace. Rest in peace.
Yeah. R.I.P. Chad.
Betty White.